At the recent Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase, we got to see some gameplay and more information about Starfield. And as big sci-fi fans, we have to talk about it, and we've rounded up in this one some of the details and information and things that you need to know to keep you up to date about this new game. So make sure to drop a like and subscribe down below, and comment if you like sci-fi games, and if so, which one's your favourite. I'm Paradise Central, so let's jump in with the platforms and the release. Starfield is an exclusive to the Xbox console Series X and S, but it's also on PC, and it comes out in 2023. You can also play it day one with Xbox Game Pass, which is really cool, and to be honest, Game Pass is just getting better and better with these upcoming games that are releasing on it on day one. Starfield is of course a new IP for Bethesda, and it's 25 years in the making. It introduces a new frontier to explore, which of course is space itself. It's set in 2330, and in the game you join a group called the Constellation. It's the last group of space explorers, and they look for rare artifacts throughout the galaxy. You can also travel to new planets and get to know a whole cast of different characters within the game. Next up is building your hero, because of course in RPGs, customization is a big aspect of the game. They showed off some of this process, and it is also their most flexible character creator yet. You can choose your body type, skin tone, your character's walk style, as well as the usual sliders you would expect for hair, eye color, shape, all that kind of stuff. And next is for choosing your background. Each background will give your character a selection of 3 starting skills. For example, you could go as a chef and get the gastronomy skill, which will give you access to crafting specialty food and drink, as well as additional research recipes. You'll also get dueling for 10% more melee weapon damage, and a wellness skill to immediately heal 30 health. While if you picked a combat medic as your background, you would instead get pistol certification for 10% more damage with pistols, medicine for 10% more healing from med packs, as well as the weightlifting perk for 10 more kilograms carrying capacity. So overall, there is a good deal of variety with these backgrounds that you select when you make your character, that have useful thematic skills that are tailored to your character for that particular background. Let's talk about choosing traits next, because when you make your character, you can have up to 3 optional traits which offer a unique benefit but also come with a unique disadvantage. For example, the Neon Street Rat gives you access to special dialogue options and better rewards from some missions on Neon, but your crime bounties by other factions are greatly increased. Or if you go for the Serpent's Embrace, it makes grav jumping provide a temporary boost to your health and endurance, but if you don't keep jumping regularly, your health and endurance are lowered, so it's kind of like you're addicted to grav jumping, and doing so obviously gives you health and endurance, but lacking to do so costs you health and endurance. And there's a lot more of these to choose from. We also got a look at the skill system. This is combining different features from Bethesda's previous games, and basically you unlock new skills as you level up, but then you rank up the skills themselves by using them or by finishing challenges. For example, you can unlock ballistics, which gives you 10% more damage, but by using the skill or completing a challenge such as the one that we can see on screen, that is to kill 250 enemies with ballistic weapons, you can progress this skill up from 10 to 20 to 30% more damage, and finally having also 30% more range. There are different pages within the skill system. From what we could see in the trailer, there was a social one, a combat one, and another one that looked like it was a scientific one. Here's a few of these different skills that we spotted from the gameplay. There was sniper certification, where scoped weapons are steadier and have less sway, rapid reloading, giving a chance to reload your weapons twice as fast as normal, heavy weapon certification to gain 30 damage resistance while aiming down the sights of a heavy weapon, demolitions, where explosives deal 30% more damage and have 30% larger radius, targeting to greatly increase accuracy and range while shooting without aiming, and I also spotted one called particle beams, but the description didn't pop up in time to see what the actual skill did. Next up, let's talk about building outposts, because you can in fact build outposts on discovered planets to conduct research as well as gather resources. These are essentially a home, but also have different functions, such as helping you with surviving on the planet as well as gathering resources. You can also hire characters to keep the place running while you're away. This rolls into our next one for building spaceships, because you can also build your own personal spaceships and choose your crew members. You can change the look and layout of your ship with loads of different modules that each have their own stats and differences, so your own custom ship will have a performance based on how you design it, which is pretty cool. This leads into our next one, which is spaceflight. One of my own personal wishes for Starfield was to actually be able to fly your spaceship and it is now confirmed that we can pilot and fly our own ships. Furthermore, you can get into space dogfights with enemy ships, so you'll be blasting them with your ship's lasers while evading enemy fire, and it looks like you can pilot it in both first or third person as well. I'm really keen to find out what the most crazy ships that you can build are like in this game, as well as what the most deadly ones will actually be and look like. Next, let's talk about crafting, because they very briefly showed a bit of it off as well. From the resources that you will gain through exploring, as well as your outposts, you can upgrade your gear or modify your weapons. It looks like you can craft things such as barrels and grip mods, new optics and sights, and even muzzles for your weapons. So it does look like there might be a good deal of customization for the different weapons in this game. Furthermore, there's also something called research projects. Only a short snippet was shown for this, but it does look like there is various types of projects, including pharmacology, food and drink, outpost development, equipment, and weaponry. We spotted some projects in progress, such as performance enhancement, resource extraction, and helmet mods. It's unclear exactly how this works, and we don't know if it's real time to actually complete these projects, but it looks like part of the progression within the game is to gather resources, to then research something, to then use more resources to craft the thing that you just researched. And next we'll talk about the scope of the game, because there is meant to be over 100 systems and over 1,000 planets to explore. There will be barren planets and life-filled ones, some resource-rich and others not. Personally, I'm excited to see what this will be like in-game, but I'm also quite curious and cautious, because I would personally rather have a few really well-made interesting planets than 1,000 empty and boring ones. Let me know what you think of that down in the comments below, and how you would rather this be handled. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe down below, and we think you will really like the videos that are on screen right now, so why not click them, try them, give them a watch, and then let us know what you think of them down in the comments.